Okay. I'm here with the CEO of Skylink Impact, and it's been an opportunity to have a one-to-one session with him talking about how we could add value to what is happening in Homeland right now. And what's your thoughts so far, Richard?
I mean, I saw your proposition, I went through it, and I think it's genius, if I'm honest, because you have that platform already. I mean, I followed you on in fact all the platforms, but your newest one will be TikTok, right? Mm-hmm. And I see a lot of things you post there. I mean, if not that person, if people are not watching, I suggest they go and watch it. And this is because I've already read one of your books called Enrich My Mind, Enrich Your Mind. No, your first book I read was Son of the Soil. That was your first book I read.
Right.
In fact, that changed a lot of things. Where I think, as an African living in the UK, so when you made that proposition, I looked at it, thinking the platform you have and the one I have, I think is quite genius. It's quite genius. I don't always see helicopter flying around here.
Maybe it's a medical ambulance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a medical ambulance. Yeah. Now I'm thinking, Richard. Yeah. Mindset is a currency, a very powerful currency. In fact, we've had this conversation that has been completely downplayed because anything you want to achieve in life starts on the mind. What's your thoughts about mindset?
Oh, yeah. Number one is you cannot achieve anything you want to achieve without having the right mindset. And I think one of our conversations we talked about two different mindsets. One is survival mindset, and the other one was the mindset of a boss, right? Some people, and I always use Africa because that's our background as an example. So a lot of people that come from that background where everything they think, they have to process it with that survival mindset. If you tell someone to do something, first thing they are seeing, they're not seeing the positive part of that or the goal. First thing they are seeing are the obstacles, the problems and stuff like that. So that already limits you to what you can achieve. But if you see somebody with a golden mindset, with a boss, I always say boss mentality, with that mindset, who is a go-getter, who wants to get it all. Once you talk to that person, because of that optimism, right? The first thing they look at is, oh, this is a genius idea. Oh, this is doable, this is achievable. Oh, even if it's not achievable, I can do it. I could be forced, stuff like that. Those are the kind of things they think. They work it out first, they now start thinking of what could be potential risk and all than that, right? Obviously, as a human being, you need to calculate your risk, obviously. But first of all, if you have the right mindset, you have the right thinking. That's why I tell people, in fact, I highly recommend your book, if I'm honest. I tell people, first of all, start feeding your mind the right things. Start reading things or reading books that will shape your mind. Start talking to mentors or going to programs or seminars, even YouTube these days. Things that will actually enrich your mind. I'm just saying, things that will enrich your mind before you start thinking about that goal. Because if you have the right mindset, there's nothing you cannot achieve.
Absolutely. Now, I must let you know this, Rich, that any time I spend time with you or be on your program, we were in Manchester Metropolitan University 2022, where we did a fantastic tech summit there. Just this year, we were at the hotel here in Milton Keynes, where we did something similar again. And I tell you what,
we've done a lot of, before this year, we've done a lot. We've done in Ireland, we've done in Canada and Ontario as well. Yeah, we've done the last year one was actually in America, but obviously it's also a long journey for a lot of people.
So you've done a lot, and this is something that has gathered momentum, is gathering momentum, and we need to scale it up. And the key thing for me and for you, like we talked about, is how can we shift the mindset of people back home?
Exactly.
Because there's this mindset of getting stuck. They feel they're stuck. But everything changes. If you change the perspective, you find out that everything is doable. And like we were discussing just a few minutes ago about what are the gaps in the system. And once you have that mindset of what are the gaps, then how can we address those gaps? How can you provide solutions? What options can you provide to solve the gaps? When once you solve those gaps in an efficient way that is scalable, then you're in for success. You don't need to think about traveling to Ontario. You don't need to travel to America. If you're coming in here, you're coming on holidays. You're coming in to collaborate with people here and take value backward, but not necessarily in our terms like we say Nigerian parlance, Japai. No, it's just coming here to add value, and that's what we want to do. And it's exciting times for me. I'm really excited about it, just like you're genuinely excited about it. So, to our viewers watching and listening to us, I want to say, watch this space. What's happening between me and Rich, between Skylink Impact and Beyond Barriers.
Exactly. Watch this space. We're coming soon.
We're coming strong.
We're coming soon.
We're coming soon.
Yeah.